What you're about to hear could be the most important podcast ever created. But probably not. Welcome. It's the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Here we are with another exciting podcast.
Yeah.
And thank you if you've just joined us for the first time. It's pretty cool. And if you want to hear some of our older stuff, just go back a few episodes.
The difference is we sound much younger. Yeah.
That's also true. Brady Jones, people can submit questions, right? to the
We got a
podcast?
couple interesting questions to go through. Someone called Tribe Bots asked, guys, what's your opinion on Apex Legends?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Do we have enough time?
No, we don't.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought it was a little stereotypical of them to do
Yeah,
that.
it's a little
know?
on the nose.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the graphics this one.
Yeah.
This round.
Well, that actually made sense, Jack.
Yeah, mine didn't. I was
But I liked it.
so bad.
Yeah, you were certain though.
What is that, Brady?
It's a video game.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. All right, there's another one here from Ottawa M, and this one's pretty fun.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Why did you give us the first
Why
one?
would you pick that?
That was so mean.
I thought it would be fun. I don't know. Ottawa MK, this one's really fun. She said she was an overnight server at Denny's back in the day.
Okay.
And Mahler and Rush, apparently you guys were there
Yep.
Yes.
late night one time, and we're working on some sort of movie. Like you had like a movie idea, and you even like pitched her the movie idea.
Is this
and
true?
she wants to know. Yeah, she
Yeah.
says way back in the day, you pitched her a movie idea,
Yeah.
and she wants to know if you ever finished
Oh my
the
God.
plot.
The answer is no.
I can tell you this, we did not. But that sounds
You
right.
know what? I don't disagree
Yeah.
that this happened.
Oh, I'm sure it
Yeah.
happened.
But I don't know if it was a movie plot. It must have been. She's not making it
Yeah,
up, right?
I mean, we've
No.
talked about making movies, and there were several TV shows that we
Yes.
No
talked
way.
about too.
You
None
guys
of them
made
ever
up a
came
whole,
to fruition. Yeah.
When we were in Chicago that one time, you guys
Yeah.
made up a whole movie about me. What was it called?
No, we came up with
No,
two shows about
two
you.
shows,
There were
okay.
shows. One of them was called Jenny Remembers. Where
You were psychic.
yeah,
That's right.
you were psychic.
Did I go from like town to town?
Yeah,
And, like, solve murders or
You'd go,
something?
and then something would go on. People would meet you, and then you would flash in to their life, and then you would help them. And
Jenny remembers.
and we were just coming up with like the promos for the show, and it was just like you'd be walking through a restaurant, and some waitress who was down on her luck would touch your hand, and then Jenny remembers. Yeah. And then Mahler had an idea. I don't know if it
Wait a
was.
sec. Don't throw this on me.
Do you remember this one? Your show with him was called Just Jenny, and it was a sitcom, and it was much more lighthearted. Yeah.
It was kind of like Reba.
Yeah.
But with
Yeah.
me.
Just Jenny.
Yeah,
That's
just Jenny,
amazing.
and
Uh-huh.
Jenny remembers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody bought either
No.
violent
No,
idea that
just
we
don't
had.
know why.
You know,
I
it's too
will
bad.
tell you though, Rush and I, honest to God, this is true, and all of this is true that he said, but we spent so many nights at Denny's
Yeah.
on the overnight. We would both get off late from our shifts,
Yeah.
and we would be there until 2 or 3 in the morning eating pancakes,
Really?
talking about ideas.
And quite literally, nothing ever came of it. Not one
But
thing.
you thought you were changing the world in those hours.
bet.
right?
No,
Sure.
no,
no.
You're realistic. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Do you guys have like a notebook or something you use
No,
that would be
no.
kicking around? Oh, that's too bad.
No, we didn't really take notes.
No.
Oh, God,
Because
what a
why would
terrible
we?
idea.
Because,
You guys needed a Brady at the time.
Yeah, you did.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs a Brady.
Everybody needs a Brady. Well, I guess because of those late night Denny's meetups, we're here now doing
There you
this.
go.
Now we have a
Which is
podcast.
awesome.
I think we should still pitch it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Here we go with the Hot Tub Podcast.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Someone asked people to name the worst purchase they've ever made in their life.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Can you guys think of that?
Worst
Take some time. I can go
purchase.
over the list while you're thinking.
Sure.
Okay.
I have some highlights here. One person said a $250 Zune MP3 player instead of an iPod. I guess Zunes
Oh,
got
yeah.
discontinued in
Yeah.
2012.
They did, yeah.
I remember those.
A guy paid $20 to sign up for unlimited rentals at his local Blockbuster, then it shut down within a month.
Oh man, that's bad.
You know those shape-up shoes with rounded bottoms that are supposed to work out your legs?
No.
Someone paid $100 for a pair, immediately sprained their ankle, and never wore them again.
Okay,
No.
A woman bought expensive crystal wine glasses when she turned 21, then realized drunk people in their 20s tend to knock a lot of stuff over.
Yeah, don't do that.
And someone paid a website $10 for secrets on how to become a millionaire. They ended up getting a PDF with instructions on how to build a website and charged people $10 for secrets on how to become a millionaire.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't say that was a big purchase, though.
Yeah,
No.
$10
$10.
Yeah.
not a lot.
But
Yeah.
not
What's the
necessarily the big
worst?
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just the worst.
yeah,
Oh.
like when I bought the raw chestnuts at a lot of the grocery store, they were really bad.
Well, that's not the worst purchase of your life,
Man,
though.
Rush, your life is crazy.
They
Yeah.
tasted very
It
bad.
is
They were
wild.
very bad.
You still think about that day
Yeah.
even now, eh?
It was very, very bad.
Well, perhaps because I have the movie Blackberry on my brain.
Yeah.
By the way, you got to see
Oh,
it.
so good. We watched it this week.
It wasn't it great?
10 on 10. Phenomenal.
Did you know half that story?
No.
Oh,
no.
my God,
And
right?
I love how it's Canadian,
spoilers.
right?
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of Canadian references in it,
Yeah.
and it's like funded by the government of Ontario and stuff like that. Like it's super
Great,
cool.
great
Really,
movie.
really,
What did
really
you
good
stream
movie.
it on, Brady?
I actually paid for it.
Yeah,
It was
so
like
Mahler's
$6
the same
to
thing.
rent it.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
Oh, this is totally going off topic, but I said to my son Vaughn wanted to watch it. I said, okay, let's put it on.
Yeah.
And he's scrolling. He goes, oh, you can't get it for free. So he enters and it starts and it's in French.
Oh, no.
So we have to pay $7 for the
Again?
French.
Oh, no.
And then I said, well, put it on English. So it cost me $14.
No, you couldn't switch
But
it
at least
over?
it was
No.
good.
No,
Oh,
you
man.
bought the French version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we bought
that
the French
sucks.
version.
But at least it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really great.
So that being said, though, Rush, what was the BlackBerry tablet? You know, there was the equal one to the iPad.
Oh, yeah.
There was the
Yeah.
BlackBerry one.
Oh, what
that
was
was
it
a
called?
complete waste of time.
Yes.
It didn't function
No.
well.
No.
It didn't work with your
It
BlackBerry.
wasn't compatible.
Is it
No.
the playbook?
Yes.
Yes.
It's called?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It
What a
was
waste
terrible.
of time
It
that
was a
was.
great
They couldn't
name.
give them away at the end.
Yeah.
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 But when you watch this BlackBerry movie, though, there's so many things that they came out with that you were going, "Oh my God, these are all stinkers."
Yeah.
like they were so bad.
Just
Because
junk.
because the BlackBerry was brilliant for
It
its
was,
time. It
yeah.
was original.
there was a
brilliant.
small window where it
Yes.
owned the world.
It was
Absolutely.
the thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the iPhone came and just absolutely demolished it.
Demolished
Honestly, the
it.
movie is fantastic.
It's so interesting, and I know I keep making reference to Vanderpump Rules, but you have to remember when it debuted, it was like 2010, I think, or 2011,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they all had Blackberries.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you see the evolution of the Blackberry gone within like one
Yeah.
season gone, and they all had iPhones.
Yeah.
Like it just happened so quickly that it died. It wasn't like this natural sort of.
No.
It
Well,
was
we
just
all,
that was
we
it.
all know Blackberries don't exist now, so this isn't really a spoiler, but they show at the end of the movie, they say 45%, at one point, 45% of the world was using Blackberries.
Yeah, they were
crazy.
huge.
And in 2023, zero.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just lost it all.
That's crazy. That's
Anyway, so going back
yeah.
to purchases, does anybody else have one
I
that
don't
they...
know how much time have we got?
Oh, yeah, Jenny,
Yeah.
you are the queen of this.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you are.
right.
The carpet,
Yeah.
the carpet. Didn't you buy a carpet?
I
Why would
did.
you buy it and not measure it?
I did measure
Yeah.
it, and I thought in my head that was the size I needed, and then it showed up, and it just didn't fit in the space. But it was this beautiful Turkish handmade rug,
And
and
you
now
couldn't
it's in my
return it?
basement. No, I couldn't return it. It was like through this website where and then I felt bad. I'm like, this guy's worked on this rug for so long.
Yeah.
I can't send it back. You know.
What was the thing that I put you onto? Wreaths? Didn't you
Yo,
have
the
to buy...
wreaths, and then I bought the wreaths, and it was like 2 for 1. I was like, "This is an amazing deal.
it was
These are
not.
beautiful wreaths," and I wanted one for both doors, and I was so excited. And I'm waiting. I'm like, I haven't got those wreaths yet, and I looked it up. This website no longer exists. I'm like, oh, they got me. Yeah, that's happened with
Is
a
the
couple of
rug
things.
from a random website too?
No, it was through Etsy, I think.
Have you learned over the years to be a little more...
Can I answer for her?
yeah, go ahead.
No, she is not. No.
I thought maybe...
Oh, there was some. Oh, there's something else.
Yeah.
Oh, please, let's just stick on
Oh,
Jenny for this whole
there's
segment.
actually two more things I got scammed on. And one of them was this like boxing thing, and I'm sure you've seen it on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And you play music and you punch it to the beat of the music, and it lights up. And it was like
I've
ordered
seen
that,
that, yeah.
never arrived. And it was like 3 months later. I'm like, hey, that boxing thing never
And
arrived.
how much did that cost you?
I was like $130.
God, Jenny.
So then I went through my visa, and they're investigating it. Thank you. And then the other thing, what was the other
Does
thing?
Visa say, "Oh, Jenny's
Oh,
calling
yeah,
again"?
it's Jenny.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Who's taking Jenny's
give her the
complaint
money.
today?
they have a
Stop
Jenny
buying
line.
things, Jenny.
And then the the other thing, it was this TikTok phenomenon, and it was crazy where you put it around your waist, and it was like a skip it on your waist.
Oh my God.
Ordered that, never got it.
You-
Couldn't even
you
find
were
where I
made
ordered
for
it. I
infomercials.
really
Yes.
was. Yeah.
What website are you buying these from?
I don't know, whatever comes up. Is
No,
it up
that's
now?
the problem.
Jenny,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
And at least use PayPal or something. Don't
I know,
just put
and
your
I
credit
did use
card in.
PayPal for the wreaths.
Yes.
So I got my money back
Okay.
on the wreaths. But I am gullible. I'm like, well, this looks legit. You know, they've got pictures and an about us.
We're
So-
really going to have to keep our eye on you as you get older.
Jenny-
Like when you're 80-year-old Jenny, we've got to really shut it
know.
down.
You need more than pictures.
No,
and
no,
about
they
us.
had an about us.
Yeah. Oh.
Terrible.
Oh, yeah, and your gold Rory necklace, someone texted that in, your
Oh,
R.
yeah,
Yeah, the
that was an
giant
accident. At least I
R.
got that. But
the size of your
I
house.
thought it was this size of an R, which is like the tiny tip of my pinky. I thought it was a tiny R, and it came and it was like,
Yeah, you
it was like
walked
the
in
size
at
of
work
my
like
palm.
Flava Flav.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Yeah, I'm an idiot. My bad. I will check with you guys from now on.
Well, if anybody else had anything to bring up, no point.
No.
No, you're overshadowed.
No.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
Here we go, everybody. Let's have some fun.
Now it's time to play Brady's on the Morning Hot Tub with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
You know, I feel like we're kind of in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are away, so why don't we save this for
I
another
think that's
day?
such a good
Oh,
idea.
no, like,
I think it's a great idea.
You mean like we should do it and then save it
No.
so then we can
No.
replay
That's
it
not-
when people are more in their
No,
routine?
that's not what he meant.
Oh.
I have a feeling this is also going to make the podcast.
Yeah, probably will. Yeah. Welcome to Brady's Game of Joy. We do it every week. Where basically it's kind of a different game every week. It's whatever I want to do, and they got to play along.
I have to pee. Can I leave?
You cannot leave. No, actually, Rush, you're gonna like this one. You and I both
I'm not.
big sports fans. Mahler and Rush and Jenny as well. Recently, I'm a huge hockey fan. The NHL had their NHL draft, and I think wasn't football's draft kind of recently as well, or maybe it was the NBA or whatever.
The NBA draft was recently.
So before drafts, they have these things called combines, right? Where the players come in and they do a bunch of exercise and stuff, and they measure all that. But also they get interviewed by the teams, and they have to answer questions.
Okay.
And these questions are very, very weird.
Okay.
They're very strange.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do. You three are, let's go with football players. I have a football team, and I have one roster spot, and I'm going to draft one of you guys.
All right.
And it all comes down to how you answer these real-life combine
geez.
questions.
Oh my
These are
God.
actual questions that were asked in either the NFL or the NHL.
See, Rush has the advantage here because
I know.
I watch football, but I don't know.
Oh,
all
but
the-
don't worry, these have nothing to do with actual sports.
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay, so
God.
Mahler, we're going to start
Good.
with you.
Oh, wonderful.
Mahler,
Yes.
do you find your mother attractive?
They ask people.
No, these are not real.
Okay. Ask me again.
Mahler,
Yes.
do you find your mother attractive?
Yeah, I think for her age, she pulls it off. At least my dad finds her to be somewhat attractive. Yeah.
It's a good answer.
Okay. Okay.
Somewhat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Rush.
Now, by the way, I'm answering. That's how my mom would answer that.
Rush,
Yes,
do you have both your testicles?
I do.
Or is Lisa?
I do have, there's other players jumping in on my interview. Here.
sorry,
Yeah, focus, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Yes, I do. Luckily, I've been in good health all my life and don't have any issues there.
Okay, all right, good.
I like my answer
goodness.
better.
Yeah.
Hey,
Again.
Jenny,
Yeah.
what's your murder weapon of choice?
Oh, God. Something where it's quick and not bloody. Quick and not bloody. I'm going to go. No, that is so not quick and that's bloody. And they could suffer. Like if I had to murder
Jenny,
a
what is your
human-
murder weapon of choice? I'm noting how uncertain you are.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, yeah, that's not
You,
good. If
you
you're,
want to
Oh,
be
I
if
certain.
need
you're
to
out
be
on the
certain.
field and you don't know.
And I
you
can't
know-
make a choice?
Yeah.
You know why they ask these questions.
What's the stuff you put on a...
I don't know. My answer is I can't even answer that. I would never murder somebody.
Oh.
Like, what
He
are
already
you,
answered
what
his
are
question.
you doing?
We know about
I
his
thought
testicles.
I had to come up with an answer.
My God.
What's your murder weapon of choice, Jenny?
I wouldn't ever murder anyone.
Okay.
under any circumstances.
That's not as
Unless
fun.
I was protecting my
Again,
child.
you're trying to get drafted here, Mahler. You're the
Sorry.
one that called your mother hot.
Rush, somewhat hot.
I jumped in and said I've never had any health issues.
Mahler,
I get it now.
Yeah.
where are you sitting on a bus speeding on a mountain?
Sorry?
Where are you sitting on a bus speeding on a mountain?
Speeding. I thought you said
What did you think I said?
I don't know.
That's nope.
I mean, I don't think it matters where he sits at that point.
you have to listen back to that
Yeah.
That's
audio.
very funny. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Where are you sitting on a bus
Sitting.
speeding and sitting on a mountain?
Sitting.
Yeah. Mhm. Where are you on the bus?
I wouldn't be on that bus speeding anywhere.
Oh.
What? Okay, that just didn't really make sense.
That's not good.
A
You're asking
question
to get
mark
off?
there. Hey, Rush,
Yeah.
Getting off the
Yeah.
would you share your internet history with us?
Absolutely. I have nothing to hide, so anything you want to go through is fine. I'm just looking forward to being part of the team.
Says a man with no testicles.
Yeah. Okay, so
I have
Rush,
testicles. I have no health issues.
So Rush is blatantly lying.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put that down. Lies. Jenny,
Yeah.
what color is snow?
Oh, come on.
It's clear. Well, no.
What? Snow? What are you looking at?
Well, no. When it's no, but like when you melt snow, it's just water, so it's clear.
You're
Yeah, but that's
try-
when it's melted.
I know, but
You're
hey,
trying
listen,
to defeat this game.
I would be terrible. Okay. Well, when you look at it,
What
it's
color
white.
is snow?
It's white.
Okay,
Unless
but
a
then
pea,
what color is melted snow?
clear,
So then what color is snow?
white. I don't know.
Confused easily.
Yeah.
Okay, one more round here. Mahler,
Yeah.
how many ways could you use a brick in a minute?
Oh, 6.
Confident.
That's a good answer. I like that. That's a good answer.
Thank you.
Rush, what kind of fish are you?
What kind of fish am I? I don't know a lot about fish, so I don't want to say for sure, but I can tell you this: I'm fast. So I'm a fast
Oh
fish.
my god. Fast fish. Is there such thing as a fast fish? Because that
Yeah.
would be really convenient.
With little fish testicles.
Yeah. At least I'm not hot for my mom.
Somewhat hot for his mom. Jenny,
Yeah.
there's a 50-50 chance that there's a 20-foot python who hasn't eaten in months in the hallway.
Okay.
There's 4 of us in here.
He's doing that.
Which one of us is going out there? 50-50 chance that there's a 20-foot python. It's hungry. It's in the hallway. One of us has to go out. Which one?
All of us go together as a team.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Also, it's a trick question. If it hasn't eaten in months, it's dead. But anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, anyway, you're drafting me, and I think that's very apparent.
I am 1,000,000% drafting Rush.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Look, Mahler and Jenny.
Yeah.
Mahler, you have the hots for your mom. Jenny,
Yeah.
you.
Very confused. I know.
So confused.
Yes.
How am I going to teach you our playbook when?
I'm sorry. Is it a crime how I feel about my mom?
I actually believe it is. I do. Yeah.
No, if I act on it, but not if...
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, Rush.
Thank you.
Yeah, way to go.
You and your balls, congratulations.
Right, thank
And
you.
without Mahler's help, I was totally saying Brady should go in the hallway.
What? I'm the one trying to draft you to my team.
Yeah, anything for the show.
Anything for this show.
There you go. It's Brady's Game of Joy.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady. Find the gang on their socials. Follow at Mahler, at One True Rush, at Hot Flash Jenny, and at Brady Jones Radio.
It's the most
Wonderful
wonderful time
of
of
the
the
year.
year. We should start playing Christmas music.
That's a little
yes,
early.
I'm
Probably
so
not.
excited for
It's
Christmas.
a lot early.
Oh,
What do you mean you're excited for Christmas?
Yeah.
It's July.
It's a little
exactly.
early.
Christmas in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, July 25th, a lot of people have Christmas and
Absolutely.
July
You do, yes.
parties.
Okay, I don't hate a themed party.
Exactly.
You do like your theme
But
parties.
only
Yeah.
that day.
All right. I'll bring the turtles.
Oh,
I don't get it, but sure.
You know, the candy.
for
Ah,
candy,
not the
not
actual
Yeah,
reptiles.
so-
Okay.
No, exactly. So the Hallmark Channel has just announced their own Christmas-themed cruise from
my
Miami
God.
to the Bahamas in November 2024.
Fun.
It's called the Hallmark Channel Christmas Cruise.
Oh, fun.
Okay,
Okay.
what are
Very
they going to
creative.
do?
Well, it includes, I'm glad you asked,
Yeah.
crafts, the world premiere of a new movie,
Okay.
tree lighting ceremony, photo ops, panels with Hallmark Channel stars, cookie decorating, Christmas karaoke, an ugly sweater contest, wine tastings, and so much more.
All
so
right.
fun.
I know people who would go on this.
I know.
do.
Sure.
Like, I think my mom, my Aunt Leith, and Joe would all go on it.
Okay.
And I'd
Book 'em
probably
in.
go too.
Yes.
Just for fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I got sucked into the movie That Whole World in the last year.
Watching
I got
Hallmark
really
Channel
sucked.
movies?
Yeah,
Really?
and I can't turn it. I can't turn away.
like during this month, like a lot of times if we turn on the TV, we'll just put on HGTV in the background.
Yeah.
Cooking or whatever
Yes.
it is, you know. But in Christmas, you turn
Hallmark
on that,
movies?
it's in the background.
Yeah,
right?
sure,
You
why
can't
not?
get lost. You know how it ends.
And so do they just have like a lot of screenings at night too? Like on a random Wednesday, am I watching like Moonlight and Mistletoe starring Candace Cameron Bure?
Off the top of your head.
Yeah, just off the top of my head. And then Thursday, I don't know, Christmas Under Wraps starring David O'Donnell. And Candace Cameron Bure, also her. She's also in that one. Yeah.
I don't think she does
I don't think she
anything
is. No, she
anymore.
left them.
No?
It's-
Really?
I think it's now Lacey Chabert all the time.
Yeah.
A
Lacey
Friday,
Chabert.
a
Yeah.
Christmas detour with Paul Green and Candace Cameron Bure.
Lacey Chabert.
Who's Lacey
She
Chabert?
was
Come
on
on.
Party of Five.
And
yes,
she's in every
okay.
Hallmark Channel
I'm
movie now.
sorry. Yes.
And
got
Brady,
it.
what might screen on Saturday
Oh,
night?
it might be Switch for Christmas with Eon Baylor. And, of course, Mark Declan
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Candace Cameron Bure. She's also in that one. Yeah.
An executive who calls fans Hallmarkies.
Oh, yeah.
His quote, not mine. It says, leave your puffy jacket and grab your Christmas spirit and passion for the Hallmark Channel movies as we set sail on the most heartwarming, holly jolly experience on the high seas.
That's pretty cool. That's
Okay.
almost like the plot of the hit movie If Only I Had Christmas starring Warren Christie and Candace Cameron Bure. It's
Yeah.
almost the exact plot.
Almost that,
They
yeah.
hopped on a boat. It was cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, signups
very
are
fun.
happening, I think, next week if you want to
This will
actually
sell
get.
out in a heartbeat.
Of course it
Yeah,
will.
that's crazy. And they'll keep doing them and they'll keep selling out. It's an awesome idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that would probably be launching around the American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's when they kick off their Christmas
Yeah,
season as
that's
well.
awesome.
Totally. And more Christmas content, the better. Speaking of Christmas content, the Christmas content starring John Brotherton and Candace Cameron Bure was a really good one.
I've heard that, yes. Yeah.
You can close down her Wikipedia. now,
Yeah.
okay?
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
If you're going to propose while wearing Crocs, you're probably not the most romantic person anyway, so this is perfect for you.
That's me.
Yeah, I know, but let's really
I mean,
let's
you're not
be
wrong.
serious. Yeah. A fine jewelry maker in the UK is selling a new engagement ring charm that sticks in the top of your Croc.
Oh, no.
If you're down
boy.
with the lingo, it's just like the gibbets, right? The charms that you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
get,
yeah.
but much fancier. It comes with a felt box, so the idea is you propose with it like a ring, then stick it in their Croc instead of on their finger.
Wow, that's amazing.
Or you could just get down on one knee, but instead of presenting a ring, just point to your shoe, right?
Stick it in your crock just doesn't
It
sound
doesn't
right.
sound right at all.
It sounds so
Also,
dirty.
if she's expecting or he's expecting an actual proposal
Imagine that.
and you get down on one knee and then give them a Croc gibbet,
But I think if, once again, like you said, if they're wearing Crocs, maybe it's kind of to be expected.
Sure, yeah. Maybe they're
Maybe.
big like gibbeter.
yeah, gibbiter.
Sorry, let me just push these Croc nuts out of the way for a second. Get the ring on there.
So the description says it's perfect for a unique, wacky, or outside of the box proposal idea, but it's not
gross.
exactly a cheap stunt to pull. Get this, it's got a 1 carat green sapphire in the middle, surrounded by 16 tiny diamonds set in silver, and costs just under $2,000.
Whoa.
But the other problem is if you have a lot of giblets, or what are they called?
Gibbets.
Gibbets?
Gibbets?
Yeah, like
Giblets?
Giblets, giblet, whatever it is. If you have a bunch of them, that ring one is not going
Right,
to stick out
it's
any
not.
different
Yeah,
than.
you're
It'll
right.
be shiny, but
Okay.
like
But aren't other ones shiny?
no, most
No.
of the gibbets are not. They're like, and trust me, I know this because
Jenny
this
is
is
a
the
gibbet
thing.
expert.
I'm a gibbet expert because Rory's like age group, they're all into Crocs and
Really?
gibbets. Yeah, they are back with a
I was
vengeance.
just about to say, like, I don't know a lot of people that wear Crocs. I think with a vengeance is harsh. I don't know a lot of people that wear Crocs, especially out. But anytime I've seen them, I've never seen people wearing
Look
gibbets.
for
Oh,
look for
no,
like
there's-
between
yeah.
10 and 13
Yeah.
or
Okay.
9 and 13. Like they're
Gibbets are definitely a thing, even
definitely
for
back.
adults.
I
People
can't
have
believe how
gibbets.
young kids are getting engaged now.
I know.
I know.
It's crazy.
You have your life ahead of you.
you're only 10.
Exactly. But Rory's got his soccer number on there. He's got a soccer ball. He's got all the stuff that he
So
loves.
this is almost like a charm
I
bracelet.
was
where
just
they-
going to say, it reminds me of the charm bracelet.
yeah, but on your Crocs.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
And fortunately, it probably costs a lot less than the charm bracelets it did back in the day, right?
You know
'Cause
what
that
they are?
added up.
Well,
If
not
you're
the
getting
sapphire one.
Well, yeah, that's
no,
true.
not that one. But if you get the genuine Croc Jibbits,
Yeah.
they are $7 a piece. And they are
I thought they'd be
That's
more
not
than
that
that,
bad.
to be honest with you.
guys, they're like there's nothing. They're rubber. There's
Yeah.
nothing to them.
Yeah,
right?
So they shouldn't be $7.
They should not be
Okay.
$7 a piece. No, but then you can go on, that place that sells everything online, and you can get a 20
but
pack
whatever
for
trends
nothing.
are, like
Yeah.
my son, I love him to pieces. Vonnie, he knows I love him.
There's
Yeah.
a big
But he-
butt coming. Here comes the other shoe.
Therefore, not about. No, but he was in the zone for a while. I think it was like a 2-year period. He bought every Funko Pop known to man.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
And now he's got a closet filled with stupid
Yes.
Funko
Yes.
Pops.
Uh-huh.
And what always and they were not
Yeah.
$7.
No.
They were like $70.
Exactly.
And I didn't buy him one Funko
eh?
the entire time. This was all him working for these things.
Right.
Right.
And I'm like,
was
you've
this
lost
a
your
hope
mind.
that one day they're going to be like
I
worth
don't
a
know.
fortune
Or
and he
did
could
he
sell
think they
them?
were cool?
Well, when he's 13, I don't know what goes
Right.
on in
But
the little
I
brain
feel
of
like
a
everybody
13-year-old.
had that phase, right? Whether it's like Pokemon cards when you're a little bit younger, or we had the charm bracelets. We had I had so much crap that I would buy or make my parents buy or whatever.
There's
That was
nothing.
just if it had value to me as a kid, but there's no value there.
No,
I didn't.
Beanie
I didn't
Babies?
collect anything.
No, neither did I.
I
No.
collect.
Really?
Well, I
Hockey
collected
cards?
cassette tapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
I had I still have thousands in my basement.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, every single one I've ever.
God,
That
your
is
wife must just
crazy.
be praying for a flood. Just get rid of all
Already
of them.
got
know,
one,
yeah.
and they still survived.
Exactly, and they somehow survived.
Our house was underwater, literally, and they survived.
Ruth just
can't
knocks
kill
over
them.
that shelf,
It's not like I don't have them displayed.
Well, where are they? If you have thousands of them, that's crazy.
They're in our storage room.
Do you have a cassette player?
You saw my
do
gift
now.
card.
Yeah.
now you do now.
Yeah, I won't put a cassette in though because I think it'll just
Yeah.
it'll get destroyed. But I have all my CDs, I have all my cassettes, I have all my VHS tapes. Like I have everything.
And at this point, just keep them because who knows,
No,
right?
I mean
Like,
it's hard because the other thing,
Yeah.
hoarders work. You get rid of this stuff, and then he's just going to buy more tapes and stuff, and it's so just leave it.
If you went to my house, you would never think in a million trillion years I was a hoarder.
No, not
Other
at
than
all.
the one room that we have this stuff, and it's perfectly organized.
Yes.
It's
course it
wonderful.
is.
So yeah, not
I
a
think,
hoarder.
oh God, you could do with some of the covers, like the cassette cover. You could do some really cool pieces of art, or like
That
do
would
something
destroy
with
them.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
you
what do you
but what else
think?
do you
The
use
best
them
thing to
for,
do
right?
is keep them locked in the box
Yeah,
forever.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, let your kids sort it out after
Yeah,
you
they'll
die.
just toss the stuff out after he's dead.
Here's part of my philosophy.
Okay.
So when I go to like iTunes to you get a song that I go, oh yeah, I remember that song, and they don't have it, and I have it on cassette. I'm like, I can't give these up now because this could be the very last version or
Yeah,
recording.
but
of
they're
this
not
in
coming
the
to you,
world.
Mahler. They're not calling you up and being like, hey, we can't find this song anywhere. Do you have it? That's not
Give up
happening.
his hope.
I was a big fan. I was probably 8 years old during the 1984 Olympics. Okay, and I was really excited about the Olympics. I was a very young age. I was like that too. And so, anytime I thought there was going to be something that was going to be a very big event, whether the 100-meter dash or something big,
Sure.
I would record it, and I'd keep it recorded on a VHS tape. And I had 2 VHS tapes at the end of the Olympics, and I was hanging on to them because I thought one day they were going to come back because they wouldn't have any of this footage. And they would come to me with my videotape, and I would be able to help them relive the glory that was the 1984
Oh,
LA
that's
Olympics.
cute.
This is the same belief that you have. The difference is I was 8 years old. You think that iTunes is coming to you because they don't have some Levert track.
No, I don't think. Great reference.
Yeah.
Total respect for you, Rush. Total respect. Totally love you. But no, I don't think Apple's going to come to me.
Right.
I think like Judson Spence is going to come to me. The guy that, had that song, Yeah, 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 that nobody on the planet but Judson's parents and myself
Yeah. Right.
know. I think he might come
But how
knocking
will
on my
they
door.
know that you haven't?
I don't know. They'll put out an ad. They'll go to Facebook Marketplace, say, does anybody have our son's
But
recording?
you're not on there looking. Like, you'll never Get connected with Judson Spence.
What if I bump into him at the grocery
Exactly.
He lives in Mascagoula, Mississippi.
store?
You won't.
go.
Crazier
It's
things have
possible.
happened.
Exactly. I'm impressed the guy has a Wikipedia page, let's
Hey,
be honest.
there you go. So one day that's going to happen.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it
Yeah,
for you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Because you're one of these people put it out in the universe.
Exactly.
Can you put that out in the universe for me?
You have to put it out for yourself, but I'll
Oh,
help you too. I'll
okay.
put it out there.
I've been trying for about 25 years and still haven't got a knock on the door.
And if you want some choppy highlights from the 1984 Olympics, give me a mail. Yeah.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
A new poll found the average person experiences 140 moments of phone peril a year. That's where you
no.
panic about your phone for one reason
Sure.
or
Oh,
another,
yeah.
right? The top things that cause it include dropping your phone on the ground and then thinking you left it somewhere. 140 times a year is 2.7 times a week. It's even higher for young people. Gen Zers have 187 moments of phone peril a year, or that's 3.6 times a week. The average person has had their current phone for just over 2 years.
Okay.
And lots of us are using a phone that's partially broken in some way.
Jenny, what are you currently doing with yours?
My phone is
There's
in
no
good
cracks
condition.
or anything?
No cracks or
Wow,
anything.
no
I mean,
issues.
now I always get Derek's hand-me-downs. Like he always gets the newest phone on the market because he
Right.
does a lot of filming for work and that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So he wants to have the newest gadget. So I always get his old one. So about every 2 years I get a new phone.
Sure.
And so he takes such good
It
care of
looks
his
like
phone.
it's in
And
great
it's
shape.
great
Yeah.
And the difference is I actually put a case on it now.
Wow.
That
That's-
often,
Our little Jenny's growing
I
up.
am,
her.
guys.
So long for you to put cases on
But
your
it
phone.
doesn't matter how long it took me. I got
You
there.
did get there. Is it because Derek had that case? And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
So you didn't get a case.
Right, Derek had the case.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but if I needed a case, I would get one.
No, you wouldn't.
24% of us have a cracked screen, 21% have battery issues, and 15% have a phone that seems to overheat a lot.
Rush and I joke about this all the time, but literally, Rush, right now, you drop your phone, there's a big crack. Are you like immediately leaving right after the show to get that fixed? Like,
yeah, like I
when-
wouldn't leave the show early. No. I mean,
But
that
on your
would
way
be-
home, you're getting it fixed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
that's
no doubt
crazy.
in your mind, right?
No, I mean that happened to my wife. She dropped her phone and there was a crack in it. We got it fixed immediately
Yeah.
because she had a crack in her.
Okay, so I have one. The back of my phone is cracked.
Yeah.
You can't really. It doesn't like. It's only aesthetics, right? It doesn't change anything. I have a case on top of it. It's just a crack like that.
whatever, yeah.
Would you get that fixed? 'Cause I went to
No.
go see the guy. My front was also broken. Got the front fixed, and then he was like, "Look, man, don't even think about your back. It's going to cost you like $300-400.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Don't bother."
it wouldn't
Yeah.
bother me as much.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
bother me as much. I probably wouldn't. You have a clear case, so you can
Yeah,
see
so
it.
now you can switch-
I
I
would
might
probably
switch out the
change the
case.
case out
I was
so I
thinking
couldn't
about
see it.
that.
Then I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea.
Rush and I would have a race to the repair
Yeah.
shop to see which one of us
Well,
can
I
get
mean,
it fixed
especially
first.
when you like Jenny, when you had this crack in your screen,
Yeah.
it wasn't just the way it looked.
It looked like a spider web.
You could
Yeah.
also it affected you being able to swipe things.
Yeah,
like
sometimes it cut me.
But I mean, I wouldn't.
And how long did you have that for where you could get cut?
Ooh.
Oh, a while.
Yeah, longer than I should have.
Yeah.
But even now, if I got a crack, but it wasn't affecting anything, I'm not paying to get it fixed.
Why?
Well, because I don't need to. I can still use it.
Nah,
You know?
if I was seeing it every day, it would
Yeah,
bother me.
Yeah,
you
just
look
get
at it
used
all
to
the
it.
time. You know, we should tell this true story because you were saying about people forgetting their phones.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was going to say we need to tell the story because it's very funny.
Because Brady Jones
Oh, yeah.
forgot his wallet
My
today.
wallet, yeah.
And he can't get in the building without his wallet because his swipe card is in his wallet.
Yeah, exactly.
So take it from there, Brady.
Yeah, so then I'm outside and I call Jenny because Jenny sits closest to the door. So I'm like, okay, she'll just come out and grab me. She wasn't there. She left her phone. She went out to go to the washroom or something, right? So then I call her. It's a missed call, whatever. I go and knock on the door. The fellas let me in. Okay.
Well,
Mahler-
what happened? You knocked on it. I saw you. I waved at you and then looked away.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then
Mahler
Mahler
came and let me in.
Yeah.
So then later I'm going to grab coffee and Jenny's like, hey, did you call me? And I went, oh yeah, I forgot my wallet. And Jenny looks at me with so much sincerity in her eyes and so much concern. And she says, what, do you need money? No, Jenny, I'm good. I didn't have my card to get in. She was so concerned.
So you thought in the morning, he's like, I'm really short on money. Maybe I could call Jenny and she can help me out.
So I would call you and be like, Jenny, I really need some cash.
I realized after that. And you're like, no, I needed to get into the building exactly. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this wedding is killing me, Jenny. If you could cut us a check for $1,000.
She was so concerned.
And then to follow that up, just before the show, Brady, you're sitting in your studio. Rush swings open the door, and what happens then?
Rush looks at me with the same concern, although very fake, and goes, "I hear you need some money." Which I do, by the way. I totally do.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
A poll asked people to name their top hacks for staying cool in the summer.
No, this is going to be
Okay, all right. This
Guys.
is great.
Brady, take out the cannon.
No,
We're going to need it.
no, this is an interesting one, and I'll tell you why. Shaving your whole body made the list.
Oh.
To stay cool, people shave their whole body. Shaving off body hair just missed the top 10. Just missed the top 10. No, Brady.
I'm just unlocking it.
No,
Just in case.
I'm
why?
just unlocking it.
go
No,
ahead.
this
it
is
might be
good.
fine.
1 in 10 people said they've groomed themselves to stay cool during a heat wave.
See, that's interesting. I like that.
Right? See, thank you.
That's
Here are
crazy.
the top 10 tactics, none of which require a razor, by the way.
Okay.
Drink. Drink lots of stuff with ice in it.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Number 2, eat ice cream.
You didn't read the list, huh? You saw that first part. You saw the shaving, and then you stopped reading.
She did.
Sleep naked or in your underwear. No.
Can you bring it over to me, actually?
Yeah, sure. You want to shoot the cannon today?
Let her do number 4
okay,
first.
all right.
Close windows and curtains to keep cool air in and sunlight out.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, number 5 is, I feel like, cold showers.
Rush, where do you want me to aim the
Yeah.
cannon?
Do you want to stay in Canada?
We can go international today.
Yeah, let's go international.
Drink something hot, like coffee or tea. Studies have found that it can actually cool you down.
Well, it's hot in New Mexico.
Yeah,
Maybe
ooh.
just outside Albuquerque.
Oh, that's pretty fun. Yeah.
Sure.
Number 7's the best. Use multiple fans strategically positioned.
Okay.
Take the story.
The story here.
Crumple that up.
Sorry, Jenny, I had to take that out of your hand.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Put it in the cannon,
It's
please.
in the cannon. Okay, make sure I'm at. You said New Mexico.
Just outside of Albuquerque.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Is that good? You think?
I think that'll work. Sure.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
mhm.
perfect.
Within the area.
Mahler, you want the
Albuquerque?
honors?
Yeah, and go. There we go.
Oh, it's gone forever.
Oh, there, it landed well. Okay,
A
super.
pond or something.
Yeah, little pond. Yeah. All right. I guess put the cannon away.
Yeah,
right?
please. Yeah.
Put it away. Yeah. It's only fair. It's safer. I don't know that this is warranted.
When we have summer school tours. you
Yeah,
know,
I know. You just got to be careful. Practice
Yeah.
cannon safety.
Yes.
Ready the chains.
Oh, the chains. Sorry. All right.
Why did you think that was going to be
The
a
shaving
good
your whole
one?
body thing.
She saw the first part and
The
then
body
didn't read
hair
the
was
rest.
funny. That was interesting.
Yeah,
Everything
really
else
interesting.
was
And then, sleep in something breathable.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Put a
can't
wet
be,
towel on
You
your
can't
head.
be
The
saying any
story's
of this right now
gone.
because
No,
it's
that's
the
just off
story
the top of
canon.
my head. I just remember, I think they were like number 9 and 10.
You're killing the bit.
Can't do it because the story's gone. What happened there?
Mahler threw a piece of paper at her, like a crumpled up piece of paper, and Jenny thought it was.
You behind me or something. I thought somebody was in here.
I was throwing her story back to her.
Uh-huh.
She jumped about
You're
10
killing the bit.
Yeah, how did you get down to Albuquerque?
I didn't react at all. That was on you.
I know, my
That was
bad.
on you.
Oh my God.
No, that was Brady behind you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Oh, Brady.
I was next to your face for so
I
long.
worked. Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry. Or why am I sorry?
You don't have to be sorry.
I'm so disoriented. I don't know what's happening.
The Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady.
2/3 of kindergarten to grade 12 teachers miss their classrooms in the summer months. Now, you actually are married to a teacher, Mahler, so you
What?
can weigh in on this.
Oh, yeah,
What?
that's right, yes.
And
Yes.
teachers estimate they'll spend $320 of their own money to set up their
Oh,
classrooms.
easily.
Sure. Yeah.
Easily, right?
Easily.
58% of parents with young kids are looking forward to the next school year, and they're expecting to spend an average of $225 on school supplies. Quote, while it seems like summer break has just started, the reality is that parents and teachers are already looking forward to and planning for the next school year.
Absolutely.
My
No.
wife, God love her, great teacher.
Yeah.
Every day she wakes up going, why can't I just be at home every day with you? I'm like, I don't know, because
Right?
we need to pay the
Money?
mortgage.
Yeah.
Like
Towards the end of the summer, does that change a little bit? Is she more like, oh, I can't wait to get back to the class? No.
You know, you have Sunday scaries. She has
Yeah.
summer scaries.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah.
The last month, she's like, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I and her teacher group, like, I don't know anybody who's dying to get back.
No.
At all.
I mean, I
No.
think that there are a lot of parents who are dying to have their kids go back to school.
Sure.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
going
oh,
on.
that's
Yeah.
Trying to keep
That's
them
why
busy.
God created camps.
That's right.
Yes.
Like, they
Yeah.
want to get them the heck out of the
Yeah.
house. I never really understood that, though. When parents send their kids away for like 2 months
Yeah.
to camp, that seems heartbreaking to
Ooh,
me.
that's a
no
long
offense
time.
if you've done that,
Yeah.
but that is a long
It's
time.
a long time.
Yeah.
I went away for a couple, there was a couple years. I first went away to camp for 2 weeks, and I think a couple times I went away for a month.
Oh,
so I was
wow.
gone for like
Did
the
you
month
get
of July.
homesick?
Yeah, sort of. But I mean, it
Yeah.
was my
Did your
choice
parents
to
come
do
and
it.
visit?
No.
No.
Wow. How much fun did you have, though? That must have been so cool.
Yeah, like I did enjoy it. Like the first times when I went away when I was very young, I was probably like 9 or 10 when I went away for 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
that was a long time.
Yeah.
And then I went away for a month when I was a little bit older, and then at that point when I was maybe 13, 14, I wanted to stay home with my friends.
Right, yeah.
So I did.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
yeah, I enjoyed
Your
being
parents
away.
are sending you a signal, though.
Yeah.
Get out.
We need you to move out.
We need a break. I went to camp 2 years when I was younger with a girlfriend of mine who went every year, and she'd go for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I joined her for 1 week. I was so homesick on day 2. I remember just wanting to call my mom. I wanted to go home so bad. And then I think you forget how homesick you were, and I went the next year, and it was the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
I was
no.
never a camp
Well, I think
person.
some kids are built for it. Not
Yeah,
some are not.
exactly.
Yeah.
It just depends. Yeah, no. Oh God, I was homesick. I can't even go back there in my head. I just wanted to go home.
Oh, I would have loved that. I never
Really?
did the sleepaway camps. So I always did like hockey camps and stuff like that, where I was like, I was always sleeping at home. You
Brady,
know?
Yeah.
would you like the morning hot tub to send you to camp next summer?
Please send me to camp. All
would
those
love
camp
it.
movies look so fun. You stay up late telling stories.
Yeah.
And, you know, you egg the girls' campsite. It's like so fun. It's so fun.
I don't think it'd be as fun as you think it
No.
is.
No, but it's because
No.
Brady wants to start an adult camp.
Yes.
I really do.
Yeah.
And
You know,
people
that
send me
really,
links.
honestly, that would take off.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. And you do like long weekends,
Yeah.
you know, things
Yeah.
like that. I think that could be such a cool thing.
But like, what would you do? It can't just all be like beer pong and
no, well, of course not. I mean, there would be some of that, but I
Right.
think you
Go
you do-
kayaking
exactly the
Yeah.
same sort of things you do at a kids camp, just
Okay,
a
now-
bunch of activities.
But let's wrap our head around this. We could do this with our friends and rent a cottage and go, and you're with people you know. Why
No,
am
but
I
you want,
going with
you
strangers?
want structure.
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
structure and you meet strangers, and I think that's a part of the fun too, right? Is you make new friends and you like.
I have another question with
Yeah.
Camp Brady.
Sure.
Does Camp Brady confiscate your phone at the beginning? Like you,
Oh, maybe every day there's like an hour of phone time you get because
Okay.
it's going to be tough
Yeah.
to be able
Sure.
to completely disconnect.
Well, and
maybe
for-
if you have kids, maybe it's an option. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You want your phone, have your phone, but we don't want to
Right.
see your phone. You know?
Right.
I have other follow-ups.
Yes.
Camp Brady,
Yes.
are you allowed hooking up?
Oh, absolutly.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
of course you
Oh,
are.
geez.
Well,
Absolutely.
these are adults. You can't say no.
But you're a camp counselor. You got to break that up. You got to break that up.
That's right.
I'm gonna go on Amazon and get myself a meter stick. Get away!
Does anybody else have any questions for Camp Brady?
Oh, I have so many questions. Like, what do you think you would? So, how structured are we talking here?
I think maybe a morning activity, an afternoon activity,
Yeah.
and an evening activity.
Okay.
Not overly
Three
structured
activities?
because you want to have some time. But I think 3 activities a day is super fair.
Will there be a rope that's hung to a tree where you swing into the water?
Well,
yeah.
obviously, it's
Okay.
a camp,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
All right.
And what are we having for lunch? Grilled cheese. Obviously, it's grilled
Oh,
cheese.
a
Yes.
follow-up, Camp Brady.
Yes, Molly.
Do you guys supply, I don't know, anything green to eat?
Green.
Vegetables, Brady.
Oh,
broccoli.
vegetables.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sorry, I went somewhere else with green.
All right, follow-up.
Movie night.
Actually, no, it would be killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool.
A friend of mine actually started a camp 20-some years ago.
Oh, wow.
And he does it exclusively in the month of July. He doesn't work the other 11 months of the
No
year. Really.
way.
Like he plans
Yeah.
up until a
Of
point.
course.
Yeah.
But like he's gone all winter goes traveling with his wife and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And makes a ton of cash just for the month of July.
And he's still doing
what
this?
does he do?
Oh,
Is it for it's kids camp?
He runs the camp. Like he organizes it, and then he hires all the counselors, which he's worked with for years and stuff like that. Does it, and by August 1st, he's living the high life again.
Nice.
How do we get into this?
You need land.
No, this is my thing.
Yeah,
Can
Camp
we buy
Brady.
land?
That's how you get into it.
Camp Brady, I'm in.
You can be a counselor, Jenny.
Oh, well, I want to be higher up than that.
Well, you got to
I'd like
start
to be
somewhere.
a planner.
Wow.
A planner.
Maybe your social media expert? No, I'm terrible.
No,
at that.
that's not a
Just
good
kidding.
idea. Nope.
That's so bad. I could maybe.
Blurry photos posted everywhere.
I think you start as a counselor and
Yeah.
go from there.
Jenny, you can run lasagna night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems like very little responsibility, but
You can stay in the kitchen, just make the s'more station.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't even like s'mores.
Oh,
You're gonna make
It'll
me
keep
do
you from
that?
eating them, so there you go. More for everybody else.
Camp Brady coming in the summer of
Oh, yeah.
2024.
I love it. Lights out by 3 a.m.
If you like what you just heard, tell someone. They can listen to the Hot Tub Podcast with Mahler, Rush, Jenny, and Brady wherever podcasts are found. And if you didn't like what you heard, that's cool. Cool. All right, yeah.